The sky over New York turned dark when the first ships appeared. They were huge, black, and moved silently above the city. People stopped on the streets, staring. Cars halted. Phones dropped from hands, and screams echoed everywhere. Commander Alex Harper stood on the rooftop of his apartment building, watching the ships. He had served in the military for years, but nothing had prepared him for this. He could feel his heart beat fast, but he forced himself to stay calm. He knew panicking would not help. Alex had always believed humans were strong and clever. Now, he wondered if that was enough. The ship sent a loud, strange signal that echoed in the air. It was like a warning. Then a message appeared on screens across the city. Surrender immediately or face destruction. People ran in every direction. Soldiers tried to organize, but most were confused and scared. In a lab underground, Dr. Emma Lawson worked on strange signals she had been studying for months. She had tried to warn the government that aliens might come one day, but few had listened. Her assistant, Daniel Carter, looked at her nervously. "Emma, they are here. Are we ready?" he asked. Emma shook her head slowly. "No, Daniel, we are not, but we have to try. We must find a weakness." Alex made a call to the city command center. "We need to organize defenses, find the best fighters, and warn civilians to go underground," he said. His voice was firm, but inside he felt fear. He could see the ships shooting small beams at buildings. The beams moved fast, melting metal and shattering glass. People screamed and ran. Alex saw a car explode across the street. He ducked behind a wall and pulled out his radio. Meanwhile, across the city, Maria Collins, a pilot in the local Air Force, prepared her team. They had old planes and helicopters, but nothing compared to the alien ships. Maria looked at her friends, Jason Moore and Laura Bennett. "We may not win, but we can try to slow them down," she said. Jason nodded. "Let's show them humans are not easy targets." In another part of the world, scientists were studying the invaders' technology. They noticed that the aliens used energy beams to destroy electronics. Emma studied the pattern and realized there might be small flaws. "Daniel, if we can exploit these weaknesses, we might survive the first attack," she said. Daniel looked doubtful. "It is risky, but it is all we have." In the streets, chaos grew. People screamed, cars crashed, and the sky was filled with smoke. Soldiers tried to fight back, but their weapons did not work against the alien shields. Alex saw the fear in people's eyes, but he also saw courage. Some were helping others escape, carrying children and the elderly. That courage gave him hope. The first real fight happened near the river. Maria and her small team flew old jets to intercept a scouting alien ship. They dodged energy beams, performing risky maneuvers. Alex watched from the rooftop, coordinating their movements with his radio. Somehow, the jets managed to hit the alien ship with missiles, causing it to fall into the water. People cheered, but the victory was small. The fleet above was still huge and powerful. Emma and Daniel worked through the night. They studied every piece of alien technology they could capture. They found that the beams were powerful but could be blocked briefly with a special type of shield. They shared this information with Alex and Maria. "If we can build more shields and train pilots to use them, we may stand a chance," Emma said. Alex nodded. "We need to act fast. Every minute counts." At night, the city was filled with strange lights. Alien ships moved silently above, searching for targets. Alex, Maria, and their small team prepared defenses. Civilians helped by bringing food, water, and medicine. The army, police, and volunteers worked together, forming a small but strong network. Alex realized that humans, despite being small and weak compared to the aliens, were clever and brave. They would not give up without a fight. The first day of the invasion ended with heavy damage to the city, but humans survived. Alex stood on the rooftop again, looking at the sky. "They attacked the wrong species," he whispered. Somewhere deep inside, he knew humanity had something the aliens did not expect. Courage, unity, and the will to fight. And tomorrow, they would fight again. The morning after the first attack, cities around the world were in chaos. Smoke rose from damaged buildings, and streets were filled with debris. People were frightened but determined. They began organizing themselves to protect their homes. In Los Angeles, Maria Collins led a group of engineers and pilots. They worked in an old hangar, converting old planes and helicopters into faster, more agile fighters. Maria explained the plan to her team. We have to surprise them. They think we are weak, but we can show them we are strong. Alex Harper contacted Maria through a secure radio line. We need every fighter ready. The aliens will not stop. If we stand together, we have a chance. In a hidden lab, Emma Lawson and Daniel Carter studied the alien technology captured during the first fight. Emma found a pattern in the energy beams. They move in small intervals. If we time our shields correctly, we can block them long enough to strike back, she said. Daniel nodded, helping to assemble devices that could protect humans temporarily from the beams. These small victories gave hope to the frightened scientists. Meanwhile, Alex organized volunteers to help defend New York. Civilians carried supplies to soldiers, set up barriers, and guided the injured to safe zones. Children stayed with families in basements, schools, and community centers. Every person contributed. Alex saw the courage in their eyes and knew humanity had something the aliens did not expect. Determination. The alien ships returned in the afternoon. This time, their attacks were stronger, targeting strategic areas and military bases. Maria and her pilots took off, using the modified jets to intercept a small fleet of invaders. They moved quickly, dodging beams and striking at the alien vessels. Jason Moore and Laura Bennett worked closely with Maria, coordinating maneuvers. They managed to shoot down several ships, but the aliens still had an overwhelming number above. On the ground, Alex coordinated emergency responses. He guided rescue teams, helped evacuate civilians, and passed information between the city's defense units. We may be outnumbered, he said over the radio, but we are not powerless. We will fight. Emma and Daniel sent messages to other scientists worldwide, sharing the details of the shields and tactics they discovered. In London, Paris, Tokyo, and Sydney, teams began replicating the devices. Slowly, humanity's defenses started forming a network that could resist the alien attacks. People shared resources and knowledge, showing a unity that was unexpected for the invaders. That evening, Alex met with Maria and her pilots on the rooftop. They watched the alien ships hover above, glowing lights illuminating the dark sky. They think we will surrender, Alex said. But they are wrong. We will not give up. We will fight for our world. Maria nodded. We have a plan, Alex, and we have each other. Together we can slow them down. In the hidden lab, Emma worked tirelessly to improve their technology. Daniel helped her assemble more shields, and together they created devices small enough to carry on planes or with soldiers. Each time a device was tested successfully, it gave the human fighters a new advantage. The aliens, meanwhile, observed humans carefully. Their commanders were surprised. They had believed that humans would surrender quickly. Instead, humans adapted, fought, and used clever tactics to defend themselves. It was clear that the Galaxy Empire had underestimated the species they attacked. By the end of the day, humanity had managed to protect key cities and slow the aliens' progress. Streets were filled with exhausted but determined people. Alex, Maria, Emma, and Daniel met in a safe zone to plan the next steps. They attacked the wrong species, Alex said again, looking at the team. Everyone nodded. They had survived the first day, and they knew that with courage, ingenuity, and teamwork, they could face whatever came next. As night fell, cities lit up with fires and defensive lights. Humans were tired but not defeated. Around the world, people prepared for battles ahead. And somewhere in the darkness, the alien commanders realized that Earth was not an easy target. The species they had expected to destroy in a few hours was fighting back with everything it had, and the humans were only beginning to show what they were capable of. The following day, humans prepared for a bigger counterattack. Alex Harper, Maria Collins, Jason Moore, Laura Bennett, Emma Lawson, and Daniel Carter met in a safe house to discuss the plan. Cities around the world were still under attack, but small victories gave hope. Alex emphasized the importance of coordination. We can fight them, but only if we work together. Every pilot, every soldier, every civilian counts. Maria and her team flew their modified jets over Chicago, one of the hardest hit cities. They had installed temporary shields based on Emma and Daniel's designs. The shields could block energy beams for a few seconds, just enough to allow humans to strike back. Jason Moore led a squadron of 3 jets, performing daring maneuvers to confuse the alien ships. Laura Bennett used her jet to guide civilians away from dangerous areas. On the ground, Alex coordinated with city defense units. Barricades were reinforced, emergency shelters were stocked, and volunteers helped injured citizens. Emma and Daniel sent updates about the aliens' weaknesses to teams in other cities. Slowly, humans were learning to fight in ways the invaders did not expect. In the sky, the battle began. Alien ships moved quickly, firing energy beams at the cities below. Maria's squad dodged the beams while striking alien vessels with missiles. The shields worked for short periods, giving the jets brief protection. Each successful strike caused explosions in the alien ranks. Civilians watched from underground shelters, hoping for news of survival. Emma monitored the battle from the lab. She adjusted the timing on the shields, improving their effectiveness. Daniel assisted by creating extra devices for soldiers and pilots. With every improvement, human fighters had a better chance of survival. The aliens, on the other hand, grew frustrated. Their advanced technology was not enough to easily defeat these humans. Alex and Maria received reports from other cities. In London, Tokyo, and Sydney, similar counterattacks were underway. People had adapted to the alien tactics, using clever strategies to survive. They had begun turning captured alien weapons against the invaders. Humanity's creativity and courage gave them strength the aliens had not anticipated. The battle over Chicago lasted for hours. Maria's jets dodged, fired, and guided civilians to safety. Jason Moore and Laura Bennett provided support, keeping the pilots coordinated. Explosions lit the sky as alien ships fell one by one. Although humans were outnumbered, their determination and clever tactics allowed them to hold their ground. On the ground, Alex helped direct rescue operations. He ensured that civilians received medical care and that soldiers were resupplied. Even in the chaos, humans found ways to protect one another. Their unity created a sense of strength that the aliens could not break. As night fell, the first wave of alien ships retreated. Humans had gained their first significant victory. Cities were damaged, but many people had survived. Alex, Maria, Emma, Daniel, Jason, and Laura met to discuss the next steps. They realized that this war would not end quickly, but for the first time, they had hope. Emma smiled, exhausted but determined. We are learning faster than they expect. We can win if we keep adapting. Daniel nodded, holding another shield device. We will keep improving and help every city fight back. Alex looked at the team and felt a surge of pride. These people, ordinary humans with courage and determination, were doing the impossible. They attacked the wrong species, he said quietly. The words felt heavier now. Carrying meaning beyond hope, they carried warning. Across the world, humans prepared for the next wave of attacks. They had learned that unity, intelligence, and courage were their greatest weapons, and the Galaxy Empire, which had thought them weak, would soon discover the full strength of humanity. The war continued to escalate. Human forces had learned to fight back, but the alien fleet was relentless. In New York, Alex Harper and Maria Collins prepared for a daring operation. Intelligence reports indicated a massive alien command ship hovering over the city. If destroyed, it could turn the tide of the battle, but it was heavily guarded, and a direct attack would be extremely risky. Alex gathered his team: Maria, Jason Moore, Laura Bennett, Emma Lawson, and Daniel Carter. We have one chance to strike their command ship, Alex said. We need a diversion and a strike team to go inside. Everyone must trust each other. We can't fail. Maria led a squadron of fighter jets to create a distraction. They flew in patterns that confused the alien defenses, dodging energy beams and firing missiles at key targets. Explosions lit up the night sky, drawing the attention of the command ship. Meanwhile, Alex and Laura prepared to infiltrate the vessel. They climbed aboard a small, stealth craft designed to avoid detection. Inside the command ship, Alex and Laura navigated narrow corridors filled with strange alien technology. The interior was unlike anything they had seen, with glowing panels and humming energy cores. They moved carefully, avoiding alien patrols. Each step brought them closer to the central control room, where they could disrupt the invaders' operations. Back on the ground and in the air, Emma and Daniel coordinated with other cities, sending real-time updates and creating defensive networks. Humans everywhere were now working as one force. In London, Tokyo, and Sydney, fighters engaged alien ships using shields and improvised weapons. Civilians contributed by supplying food, medicine, and information. The unity of humans created strength beyond any individual effort. In the command ship, Alex and Laura reached the central room. They discovered the aliens' plan. The Galaxy Empire wanted Earth's resources and saw humans as expendable. Alex quickly sent a signal to Emma, detailing what they had found. Emma immediately worked on creating a counter-signal that could interfere with the alien communications. Maria and her squad continued the diversion, drawing most of the alien ships away from the city. Explosions shook the sky, and the energy beams caused panic among the alien forces. Humans on the ground used the opportunity to fortify positions and assist civilians. Slowly, the alien command structure began to falter. Emma sent the countersignal. It disrupted the aliens' coordination, causing confusion among the fleet. Ships collided, beams misfired, and their defenses weakened. Alex and Laura used the chaos to plant devices in the central control room that would further disable the command systems. With a final push, they escaped the ship just before it began to malfunction. The human forces launched a massive counterstrike. Cities worldwide attacked the alien fleet simultaneously. Each success, each downed ship, strengthened humanity's resolve. The aliens, shocked by the humans' coordination and bravery, began to retreat. They had underestimated the species they attacked. Alex, Maria, Emma, Daniel, Jason, and Laura met after battle, exhausted but triumphant. They realized the war was not over, but humanity had proven its strength. Alex looked at the night sky, filled with the remnants of the alien fleet. They attacked the wrong species, he said. The words were a warning and a statement of victory. The world began to rebuild quickly, using captured alien technology to improve defenses. Humans were united like never before, and every city became stronger. The Galaxy Empire might return one day, but Earth had shown it would fight back with courage, intelligence, and unyielding determination. The stars, once symbols of fear, were now a frontier humans were ready to defend and explore. The alien fleet had retreated from Earth orbit, but the battle was far from over. Humanity had survived the first major war, proving that it was not a species to be underestimated. Alex Harper, Maria Collins, Emma Lawson, Daniel Carter, Jason Moore, and Laura Bennett stood on a rooftop, looking at the stars. The sight was beautiful but sobering. The war had taken its toll, but the human spirit remained unbroken. Across the globe, cities began to rebuild. Buildings destroyed by energy beams were repaired, streets cleared, and shelters restocked. Civilians returned to their homes, determined to continue life despite the memories of chaos. Volunteer groups organized quickly to assist in the reconstruction, showing the world that unity and courage could overcome destruction. Emma and Daniel worked on studying captured alien technology. They found ways to use it for communication, energy, and defense. Their discoveries promised to make humanity stronger and more prepared for the future. Engineers and scientists across the world collaborated, sharing knowledge and improving devices that had once been alien. The human ability to adapt and innovate was now fully on display. Military units reorganized and trained with new strategies. Pilots like Maria Collins and Jason Moore became instructors, teaching others how to use shields and maneuver against superior forces. Soldiers learned to work alongside civilians, forming networks of protection and support. The lessons learned in the war created a more resilient world, ready for challenges that might come from beyond Earth. Alex Harper and Laura Bennett documented their experiences from the command ship infiltration. Their intelligence helped governments understand the true intentions of the Galaxy Empire. It became clear that the aliens had underestimated humans, believing them to be weak and disorganized. Humanity had shown that courage, intelligence, and unity could overcome even the most advanced enemies. The people of Earth celebrated small victories, honoring those who had fought and those who had been lost. Stories of heroism spread quickly, inspiring others to continue defending their homes and communities. Alex and his team knew that humanity's fight had only just begun, but for the first time, they felt ready. As weeks passed, humans explored the stars cautiously. They had learned to use alien technology for travel, communication, and defense. Emma Lawson and Daniel Carter led research teams to ensure that Earth would be prepared for any future threats. Maria Collins and Jason Moore trained new pilots, while Alex Harper helped coordinate planetary defense strategies. The Galaxy Empire had attacked Earth, expecting an easy victory. Instead, they had awakened a species capable of courage, adaptation, and unity on an unprecedented scale. Humanity had survived not by luck, but by intelligence, bravery, and the willingness to fight together. In the end, Alex stood on a hill overlooking a city rebuilding itself. He smiled, knowing that humans had faced the impossible and won. They attacked the wrong species, he whispered, knowing that the message would echo through the stars. Earth had survived, humanity had grown stronger, and the universe had learned to respect the species that would not yield.